This is the first video on this channel, and since I didn't feel like making a scripted video, and I wanted to just get something done right away, I decided to make an unscripted video about my impressions on the show Keijo. I just finished it the other day, and pretty much every episode has something in it that surprised me and made me laugh. The whole time, they're incredibly serious about everything, but the premise is just so insane that the contrast is just hilarious. If you don't know, the premise of the show is it's a sport, and I'm pretty sure it's a real sport, where girls have to fight each other with their butts and boobs only, exclusively, on top of a little piece of foam floating in the water. In typical anime fashion, what sets this apart from the usual sports show, I guess you would call it a sport, is everything is taken up to like 11. It's exaggerated wildly to the point where no human being would be able to actually do these things. But they frequently use their butts and boobs as like pincers to grab each other's swimsuits. They use their butts and boobs like shotguns and machine guns and at one point they're chasing each other around. One character uses her butt to chase another around the ring as if she's not even paying attention and it's just taking its own, it has a mind of its own. It's unbelievable. Hopefully if you're watching this you've seen the show already, because I feel like describing like what kind of crazy things happen in this show kind of ruins the experience to a degree, but I haven't experienced it the other way, so hopefully that's not the case. But it really feels like watching it for the first time without knowing anything about it really elevates the experience and makes it feel like so much more surprising when these crazy things happen. Like, it starts off right away in the first episode with this. What I think makes the show better than it could have been is the sound design, which is incredible. The sound effects are part of what makes it so hilarious. They use shotgun sounds all the time when an impact happens, which is always with the butt. It's just incredible what kind of things that they can get away with just these sound effects. One of the things I don't think works well with the show is the art. I'm not sure about anything else put out by this studio, but the art really goes off model a lot of the time, and that kind of puts me off. It's not that it would be like sexier if it was on model all the time. In fact, the show is like, it defies like fan service, because the way they treat butts and boobs in this show, it just takes all of the sexiness out of it. It just makes you see it like it's just mundane, like a normal thing. But then they bring it back with just these crazy attacks that have their own special names, and most of them have puns. I'm not going to ruin them all for you because they're pretty amazing as well. But the reason it's annoying that they're off model is because, like, I can easily tell that they're off model, like, pretty frequently. And I don't know if that's a big problem for most people, but for me it was really distracting. It's probably not because this show had a low budget, because it's got some good visuals in it sometimes, but I think the people on the team who put the show together were low on time sometimes, or they had time restraints, and it kind of hurt the show in the long run, but I don't know. Hopefully when this show comes out on Blu-ray and it's not $40 per episode to import it, I will be able to make a better, more fleshed out written review for it. But as it stands, I can only use like the trailer, the opening and maybe some videos on YouTube. Because I would rather just, you know, have the DVD and use the footage from that. Otherwise, hopefully this channel has more interesting content in the future, more scripted, long-form content. If you would like to see videos like that, don't hesitate to like and subscribe or comment. Comments are the thing that makes me more interested in continuing. Whether I have, like, 1 subscriber or 20 subscribers, it just makes it seem like more people are paying attention when there are comments and likes. Comments especially. Anyway, I've spent too long talking about this.